Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah.
Welcome back to Big Mama's house, y'all. Mama and Papa back here with you today to talk about Welcome to Plathville, Season 5, Episode 1.
Hello, y'all.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
For those of you that have been with us for a while, we want to thank you and each one of you for being here with us. We appreciate you. We're glad you're here with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to hit that like button for us, and those of you who have hit the subscribe button, thank you again so much. We had our first comment from a real person, and let's shout it out to her last episode. So, thank you for that too again. Okay, season 5, episode 1 has a lot going on. Olivia and Ethan are in France and Paris.
And you know what? I mean, hold on a second. From 4:13 to now, 5:1.
Yeah.
It just threw me off. I'm like, how the hell they have in France? First of all.
Right, because they didn't really.
There was no talk about no photo shoots in France, no photo shoots ever, not even going to France.
No, they weren't doing photo shoots. They were just there on vacation.
I know, but I'm saying there was no mention of it, and of anything. You know, when we left off, they're just floating down the river.
Yeah,
everything was fine. We started season 5:1, and we're in France, and well,
it does make you feel like you missed something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just blew me. I'm like, what the hell are you doing in France? But anyway, good for them.
All of us Americans finally threw Olivia out.
Yeah, exactly. Here, get out of here. Good for you guys for being able to go to France.
Yeah, they were in France for a month, and they spent a month going through England, Scotland, and they've had no issues in their relationship for once. I mean, holy hot damn.
And since Ethan met Olivia, he's got to travel and see the world.
Right?
I mean, without Olivia in his life, he probably
they went to like Amsterdam for their honeymoon, right?
Yeah, they were you know, they live in Florida, you know, Minnesota. I mean, they're just everywhere.
Yeah. And then Olivia says that Mike and Mariah should talk her no matter what she does. And there are too many voices and opinions in their marriage, and they both have to do better with that.
See, and they were all doing well. Everything was fine. They're all smiling, having a good time going down that river at the end of 4:13.
It gave us all hope, didn't it?
And then it just right back to square one again.
Yeah, and we all know that Ethan's not a big talker. And how did his sibs get involved in their marriage? Like, if he's not talking to them about what's going on, because he doesn't seem like he talks much, right?
He does talk to Micah.
A little bit, but what is that?
But they don't talk about anything but caveman guy things.
Yeah, like, unless Ethan brings it up, Micah's not like, so, your wife's a bitch.
Well, yeah, he's not going to say that to his...
No.
Yeah. Micah's...
Speaking of Micah, he finally has his own apartment in LA. No more couch surfing. But he does get a little lonely. He's not, quote, dating anyone. But he's dating people, like seeing people.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a job, a modeling job, I guess, in Florida. And he's going to get to meet up with Mariah to discuss all the stuff going on with the stuff and the parents and the
stuff and the thing.
Social media and all that. And then, so Micah says, over the summer, Olivia came out with a public story that trashed his mom. They were in an MLM together. What's
MLM?
It's multi-level marketing. It's
a
pyramid scheme.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That mom helped get Ethan started in. And then Olivia looked at it as something horrible, as stealing money from one of her kids. And that's Micah's take on it.
So if it's not stealing if they agree to do it.
Right.
Didn't Ethan agree? I should say Ethan.
Right. And he says Olivia wasn't there. He didn't have to do a thing. He was very happy at the end of every month to get a paycheck. And Olivia did what she normally does, and that's look at things in a very negative way and fabricate things in her mind where it makes sense to her and justifies what she does. Boom!
So yeah, Mike is.
He just laid the truth down on everybody about Olivia.
Yeah.
And he just nailed that, and he nailed it right on the head.
Yeah, Mike is coming down. Mike is finally figuring out what's going on.
Yes.
I think we all know Mariah is too. We find out more about her coming up, but I mean, the Sibs are starting to shake the tree. They're starting to notice things.
Yes, and at this point in time, it's this is late last summer, early fall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just to kind of keep everything.
This part of it.
Yeah, when it occurred, when it's being filmed. And he said since Ethan and Olivia got married, Olivia has been a big dark cloud hanging over everything. The way we were raised, the things we were taught, the food we ate, everything was always, that's horrible. Your parents are doing it wrong. And Mike and Mariah used to be team Ethan and Olivia, but they realized it's all been a big manipulative game. Mm-hmm. And he says, I'm so over it.
We've been wanting to
say, and Mariah is too.
We've been wanting to bring this up for, I mean, we've known this for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, the past episode we just did 4.
We're in the current stuff.
Yeah.
So this is just a little bit behind.
And I've been wanting to say something.
Yes.
About
it's been heavy on our minds. Yeah. Yes.
And finally, we can actually.
Yes.
You know, we actually know what Mike and Mariah know. You know, they know everything's bad.
Their eyes are open.
Not good. Olivia's not good. And yeah, they're open to the world now.
And he said, Olivia's post was the last straw. I'm not going to sit there and let someone shit all over his family. And I'm like, yeah, finally, somebody's got some family pride.
And I think he's the only one. I mean, I think Mariah's got some, okay?
Yeah.
But as far as somebody that's going to do anything about it, I think Mike is. Ethan says he does.
Well, I think it was harder for Mariah because Olivia had been her best friend, like her entire half her life, literally.
Yeah. And Mike and Olivia were friends,
but not as close as Mariah and she were. So this is a little bit harder.
Yeah.
For Mariah than it is for Micah.
But I mean, I think he will do something about it though.
But now Mariah has her own apartment, and she even does her dishes.
She has a dog.
And she graduated from bartending school and is now a bartender. And the love of her life is a humongous 6-month-old, 75-pound puppy named Blackjack. And she's not dating.
Remember, our biggest dog was Buster, and he was, what, 85?
I think he was like 70.
Well, yeah, then that puppy's bigger than what Buster was.
Yeah, no, as soon as I saw that dog, I'm like, it's as big as she is right now.
And it's too big for a little apartment.
Yes. And that's why he's away at training currently. Spoiler for y'all.
Yeah, spoiler alert. You don't see the dog very much. Sorry.
And then Mariah said that the day at the river was a huge wake-up call because I clearly saw what was hidden all along. It was subtle before, but now it's just all about her. But it was all just about her. And something had to change when Olivia said her mom used Ethan's credit card and bought stuff for herself and was stealing from Ethan. And that pissed her off. Because it's not the full story, and it's not right to tell pieces of a story that make someone look really, really bad. So all the siblings, oldest siblings, decided to post on social media defending their mom. Because if not, Olivia would think that she can say anything about the family, and it will be believed and taken as truth.
So, was this also Lydia and Isaac?
Yes, it was.
Like all 4 of them.
It was Micah, Mariah, Lydia, and Isaac.
Okay.
And we get to some of that here in a little bit. And we'll talk more about what I think about some of this when we get to Ethan's reaction to it. And then Mariah said that after that, the best for her was to move out before Ethan and Olivia came back from Europe. She hasn't told them she moved out. She has no guilt to say, you were my best friend for a while. I love you. I wish you the best, but I don't want to be a part of it anymore. It's really, really sad. And she said that she reached out to them many times, but no response, trying to talk to them about whatever, moving out.
Yeah.
So she left a note. And that's, you do what you can do, So what do you think about that?
Well, I think it's about time that she woke up.
Yes.
And that she's not going to let Olivia crap on him anymore.
Yes.
It's just...
I think knowing the way they're all feeling, I think she was smart to move out before they came back, because otherwise it would have just been a huge blow up.
Yeah.
Because Mariah is not in the mood to mince words with that chick anymore.
I think Mariah want to go fisticuffs with her back at the finale when they're there at the lake.
Oh, I don't think any of these kids were raised with any kind of a violent bone in their
You
body.
have to have a violent bony body to want to go fisticuffs with somebody. I mean, when you've taken so much and you're about ready to blow up, that's going to happen. And I think Mariah, when she got in Olivia's face here at the end,
Yeah.
I think that would have continued if she wouldn't have moved out when she did.
Yeah, I think so too. So we come back and it's Barry and Kim, and they're still in the process of the divorce. They had planned, we remember from last season, that Barry had planned to move out and she was going to stay with the kids. But after filming over the summer, he refused to move. So
That's amazing how on film he
right. So like
Yeah.
willing to compromise and
Yeah.
be chill. And then afterwards, like, nah, I'm not going anywhere. If you don't want to live with me, you move out or you can stay.
the camera turn off. He's basically he's not trying to make her a hostage, but if she wants to stay, she would be a hostage.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you can be with your kids if you want to be with me.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and
It's
so
very,
she was like, no, I'll stay in my little apartment above the dance studio. Thank you very much.
And I think Barry is a little too old for this. The way he's acting,
I completely agree. He's being very petty
he's in
and
his 50s.
yeah.
All right.
Well, is he?
Yeah, well, Kim's 51 currently,
Yeah.
so maybe then they're probably the late 40s.
Well, no, this was just last year.
So yeah, they're in their early 50s.
Okay. I don't know how old they are.
But I mean, it's still too old.
Yeah,
to be,
I agree.
to be playing games.
Well, and in her interview, Kim said, in the 25 years they were married, Barry handled all the logistics of the household, the budget, the income, paying the bills, and Kim did the parenting. And now that they're separated, they have to fill both roles. They both have to fill both.
And I think Kim would be fine, where Barry being the dad instead of like, the bill payer, and the bookkeeper. I think he's going to have a little bit more difficulty than Kim is.
Well, I mean,
Because you women are all, they're born to be better with money than men are.
some women
I think
and some men.
I think most women.
I don't know. I know a lot of women who are terrible with money.
Well, that's minority. If we took a poll to everybody in the world,
Oh my goodness, that's okay. I don't know every woman in the world and how they save their money. So I mean, you very well could be right if you're thinking about the world.
I know two women, you and my mom, and they're both good with money. So, 100%. There you go.
Okay. And she said that the whole situation is scary and overwhelming, and sometimes she just wants to run away. I get that.
Yeah.
We've all been there. Just like, God, if this doesn't like let up a little bit, I'm just gonna pack a bag and like go out for a gallon of milk or something,
Pack of cigarettes.
pack a cigarette, something. I don't know.
I'll check the mail.
But she said that she has her kids half the time and they come over for homeschooling and sometimes they stay the night. They hang out, watch movies, stuff like that. And she does miss seeing them every day, and it's scary that she might be alone forever. And that is the risk that anyone takes when you get divorced.
Yeah.
Like, I never knew if I was going to meet someone else or if I was going to just be a single mom the rest of my life. And that is scary. But something that she said really resonated with me. And she said, nothing is more lonely than being with someone who makes you feel lonely.
Yeah.
110,000%. I agree. Then Ethan and Olivia in Paris, and he's flying home today. And Olivia is flying to the Netherlands to see a friend and will be home in a week.
What a marriage.
I know. It's so hard to live that life. They're so... they struggle so much.
I just don't understand. You're married to somebody, but you always want to travel and be away from them. Like Olivia. Yeah, she takes them once in a while to her photo shoots, but off camera, I'm sure when she has more photo shoots off camera than she does on.
Oh, I would hope so.
Right.
It's not much of a business.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he doesn't go with her most of the time.
Right. I don't think so either.
Why would you go to Netherlands without your husband?
Right. So Ethan said when he first gets home, he's gonna have to talk to Micah and Mariah, and in everything he says, he's laying the blame on Mariah only. Really, he says that she made the post Micah also did a post, and this is all regarding the Kim and that MLM situation, all that. And then they got Lydia and Isaac to make the same post all at the same time.
See, I think Isaac, all right, is his own person, and I don't think he would follow. He won't be a sheep. From what I think, what I
Oh
see,
no, I think Isaac is very aware of what's going on. He has his own opinions.
And I
If he
think
doesn't
he's
agree
always
with
done.
you, he's not gonna go along just to get along.
and that's what Ethan's saying is basically Mike and Mariah made them do it.
Yeah, or coerce
what I'm
them
getting-
somehow,
That's what I'm
or
getting at.
yeah. And I'm just like, that. Why can't they make decisions? That's my note here. Why does he assume that Lydia and Isaac didn't actually agree with Mike and Mariah instead of thinking they were coerced into posting it?
Because first of all, they're not very close to Olivia anyway.
No,
You know, so why would they say? I mean, they won't stick up for Olivia,
right?
so they would tell the truth.
Well, and of course, Ethan says he was quite pissed about it.
Well,
And he says, I'm really disappointed in Mariah and with Micah for going along with it. No, wait, Micah is older than Mariah. Okay.
yes.
But yet he's not he's just an unwilling accomplice. He just went along with it. It's all Mariah.
Yeah.
And he's just
Mariah doesn't have it in her.
do you see him singing that narrative though? Like
I do.
Like and we're like, what?
He's pissed off at Mariah. So and him and Mike always get along.
Right.
Okay, even when they don't, they do.
And of course he's not gonna blame Isaac, his favorite little buddy.
Well, not just that, but Isaac's what, 16 now? 15?
17, I think.
17? So he doesn't even think Isaac has that in him to do that. He thinks that Isaac was coerced into it.
And that's what drives me nuts because those two were so willing to lay everything at one person's feet when 90% of the time, okay, anything that happens between two people is both people's fault in some capacity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not always just one person's fault or responsibility for something. 90% of the time, there are instances where it is called completely one person, but most instances.
See, and in the end of 4, okay, 4:13, the end of season 4,
Yeah.
we thought Ethan came around to realizing about how Olivia is too. We
Yeah.
thought that the brainwashing
Yep.
was coming to an end.
But all of them chopsticks in Europe, man.
Yeah, chopsticks, and there's probably other stuff happened there that she took him away.
Yeah.
And redid the brainwashing again. You know,
Right.
she didn't really sit him down and put stuff in his head, plugs in his head, and they let you.
No, but when you're away from any other opinions and you
Yeah.
have it solely nothing else going on, plus you're enjoying yourself and having fun at the same time, some people are very easily manipulated.
Yeah, and he is
Yes.
from day one.
And he said what his siblings did was a desperate attempt at family togetherness because of the divorce, but clearly the family is split right down the center. Dude,
Olivia did it.
everyone else except for Lydia, maybe, isn't choosing sides and are actually trying to still be family. And Ethan and Olivia are the only ones who split and are still trying to split
Yep.
the family.
They split so far they went to France.
You know what I mean? They're trying
Yes,
to
no,
split
I know.
up the family.
I know. That's Olivia.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, they're the only ones that are doing that.
Yeah. Ethan is just, he's too far gone right now.
And he said, Ethan, everything that Olivia said happened. Me, Olivia, and my mom, why Olivia, worked it out in a way that I felt like it made amends for what was done that was wrong. So she made amends. He's cool. Then why the fuck are we having all this drama for the last 4 years, people?
Well, Olivia
Why?
brought it back up again. But that,
But I mean, why? If everything was made amends,
Mhm.
okay, making amends thinks that things are like even clear, forgiveness is down the road, it's possible. It's not like she was like, fuck you, I don't gotta give you nothing, blah, 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 blah. She was like, I'm making amends. And he said he felt like it was made amends for.
yeah.
So to him, it should be done and over, but Olivia is the only one that's causing a fucking ruckus.
I don't even think it was a big deal. If it were just Ethan and Kim. Olivia's
Right.
the one that makes it a big deal. Olivia is the culprit in all this.
Yes.
She is the villain of all villains on the show.
But he sees her as a savior.
She's not.
And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Crazy. Like legit, I think she's got a mental problem.
Yes.
It's kind of scary. And so Olivia says almost the exact same words as Ethan. I wonder why. When she says that she also uses the divorce as an excuse or a reason for why the kids did the post about the family togetherness and the family splitting apart and trying to hold it together in some way. And so she straight up tries to gaslight them and says, quote, "It's crazy to ask over and over for someone's reasons why they've chosen not to have a relationship in their life. And then as soon as they share a story that relates only to them," meaning themselves, "it's their story, the immediate response is, 'That's a lie. It didn't happen. Get over it and grow up.' That's the part I don't understand." Okay, bitch, pay attention. Pay attention. Olivia, are you there? Are you listening? I'm gonna tell you. You didn't talk to Mariah or Micah. You gaslighting, harpy, brainwashing, money-hungry COCCYDYNIA.
Wow. Those are big words.
And I am just so over you. I can't even fucking stand it.
What's a COCCYDYNIA? What's that mean?
They asked for why over and over and over and over for years. You are correct, so they could understand you better. And maybe even be on your side more. We don't know. But then instead of saying, "Okay, guys, this is really what's up. This is why I've been so upset all these years and I just can't get over it." Instead of doing that, she fucking posted online.
Yeah.
Putting it out there for the whole world.
So whatever amends they did make, it's blown up. It's
gone.
And that's
obliterated.
That's what baffled me from 413 to 51.
Yes. So now we know it's once again Olivia blowing up the family.
Yep. They were getting too close.
And she had the fucking balls to say, "I know what I experienced, what I went through, why I've got the boundaries I have." And she goes to Ethan, "There's been no drama the whole time we've been here."
No shit. You're in a different friggin' galaxy, basically.
Right. And he says he's frustrated to have to go home to drama about the family matters. And he wants it to be over with. There's been no dramas for 2 months. They have worked through all their stuff, they said. And then, so then Olivia decides, "Hey, things are great. I'm going to post about something from 4+ years ago that was resolved and amends were made to Ethan's satisfaction," in his own words.
Yeah.
And then other than for the show drama, the drama for the show, why?
And I think you just hit the nail on the head when you said drama for the show.
Well, and I'm just saying, other than that, since you were so happy and everything else was resolved and it was so long ago, why else would you post it on social media without talking to any of the family?
Remember when you got invited to go to California for
Yes.
that lawsuit, all right? But then that one judge, all right,
Yes.
said that denied you to go there
Because there wasn't enough drama.
Exactly.
They straight up said that.
Yeah, they did say that on the sheet. So without Olivia and this drama, this show's boring.
Yeah, but there's got to be different ways. Like,
because the divorce.
Can't Mariah get pregnant or something?
I mean, if it's a reality TV show, I mean, if it's a real show and that's scripted, I mean, then she better get to it.
That'd be a much better type of drama. This stuff is just, I hope you guys can see. It isn't for the fact of me hating a single person. I hate her behaviors.
Yes.
I hate the way she
we don't know her, so we can't hate her. But
the way she manipulates people, the way she gaslights people, the way she is very controlling over her husband. She has isolated him completely.
And that's his fault too, by the way.
Well, it depends on if you consider him an abused spouse or not.
I consider him an abused spouse.
Well, then
mentally.
Yes, and you can't really blame someone who's being
physically.
manipulated.
Maybe physically.
I mean, I still think something happened
We went
with
over
his face.
that episode.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, you guys. There would be so many questions and I just have so many questions. And so Ethan says he just wants to take a walk with Mariah and work it out. And it makes no sense if you have a problem with something or someone. The best course of action is not to post it on social media for people to have to fight over later. You mean like your wife?
She started it, exactly.
And he says it's more of the same drama.
And
guess what? Your wife, again, started it.
yes, I mean, you have all these.
Oh, it gives me a headache.
You have all this for how many years you've had the same damn thing, basically.
Right.
And you know what? And when you see Kim on the camera, she doesn't say one damn thing about Olivia.
Nope. And
Not
never,
one damn thing.
nothing bad even. And all the shit that she's talked about her, she's just like, I just want my family to get along. I want my kids back. I don't care who does what, just I want my family back.
It's like Olivia doesn't even exist when Kim gets interviewed.
Okay. Then we're back to Barry and Kim, and they're eating dinner. Or burying the kids, sorry, are eating dinner, and they're talking about they're getting their new routine. And Barry said, you have the freedom to choose if you want to be here or if you want to spend time with her.
Not mom, her.
Right. And I'm like, damn, he's good.
Maybe they should
at
set up
passive
Barry and
aggressiveness.
Set up Barry and Olivia as a couple.
Yeah, like he's so fucking passive aggressive. It's not even funny. And Lydia says to Barry, how are you doing? And he says, I'm moving forward. And immediately you're like, poor Barry. And then he and Lydia exchange soulful, sympathetic looks.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's what that's
right. And then Barry says that he chose not to get divorced over the divorce. He chose not to get depressed over the divorce.
That makes sense.
Sorry, I can't talk today. And I'm like, how do you choose not to have depression?
Yeah, you don't choose.
That one confused me a little bit.
Mental illness. That's what the first one.
Molly Mae, did you come to help us with the podcast? She's too far away, Poppy. Gotta scoot the chair up. Sorry, guys. Puppers come first. There we go. Hi, baby. And then we see that Barry goes to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. He's there with Micah.
And this part is pretty cool. I like this part.
Yeah, and that's his new hobby. But he stares at himself really oddly in the mirror when he's lifting weights.
Oh, I've noticed that. Yeah. Yeah. If you could, you can't see what Mama's doing, but yeah.
It's creepy. Eyeballs as far open as they go, like death staring himself straight in the eyeballs in the mirror. And I'm like, you are so fucking weird, dude.
He's trying to get intense, but that's not how you do it.
No.
You can't fake intensity, Barry.
And then
you're intense or you're not.
Here's where Lydia kind of drives me a little bit crazy. She says, we're all doing really good right now, and that's because Dad is doing good. When the head of the household is doing good and is really strong and steady, it trickles down to everyone else in the household. Does she not sound like a good little Stepford wife or what?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Lydia. I mean, I know she's stuck between a rock and a hard place, but she don't even pick, I'm going to say Kim's the rock, okay? She doesn't even...
But, Lydia is led by religion. And in their religious circles, the father is the head of the household, and he is the one that you must obey. But not the mother necessarily.
There's no divorce in religion household either.
No, but I'm just telling you why I think he might be more, easy.
Well, plus Barry didn't initiate the divorce either. So that's another reason why she's probably, and then, a little bit against Kim.
To finish his dinner campaign, Barry says, together we're making it okay, right? To the kids. And I'm like, that is not their job to make it okay for you. It is your job to suck it up and not make your kids responsible for your feelings.
Listen to when he talks sometimes. It sounds like he's reading off a script.
Yeah, because maybe they're like, hey, man, you come across as Mr. Roboto. So maybe we need to give you some more.
So you think a script is going to make him not sound like Mr. Roboto?
Obviously not. It hasn't helped.
Hasn't helped. No, it has not helped. If it is a script, it has not helped TLC.
I agree. Yeah, you need a better actor. Maybe you can do today, the part of Barry will be played by...
Yeah, like the soap operas.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that we're doing a podcast and reality TV show, and we really do want this to be real. Okay.
I think some of it is very much. I think a lot of it, though, like the post was contrived by Olivia, who understands the business and the money angle and stuff. And I think that she's getting paid a little extra to be the heel.
So you think season 4, they're like, oh, this could be our series finale. Okay.
Right.
So they're going down, they're smiling, they're all happy, having a good time.
Like, we can't have that.
And then we're like, oh crap, we signed for another year. We got to do something.
I'm telling you, I bet you anything, the way they live, okay?
Yeah.
And being able to do all the traveling and the things they do,
Be able to move.
they're getting kickbacks from some. I'm telling you, bet you anything,
It's the show.
they're paying her extra to be the heel.
Oh, probably. And it's working. You know, I mean, I can't see her as anything but a heel. At this point
No,
in time.
I really
So
can't.
if there's a part to play, she's playing it pretty well.
Amen. Amen, my love. And then Ethan, he got home from Europe and he came home alone and he finds a note from Mariah that she moved out and she wants to talk to him. She was supposed to stay a couple weeks after he got back, but something happens and she doesn't like that. Oh, that she doesn't like, so she packs up all of her stuff. That was Ethan saying that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, again, are you talking about your wife?
Yeah, she's
Like, you say a lot of stuff that sounds a lot like Olivia.
She's away a lot.
And I'm like, okay, so Mariah did that, and Olivia does the same thing. So maybe that's where Mariah learned it?
Yeah, because Olivia was a big influence on Mariah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if she still is, but she was. You know, took her to San Fran back all those seasons ago.
But again, all that stuff, I mean, again, she was a very big influence on Mariah since she was very young, like 10 years old. And so all that stuff is still now a part of her personality, you know? And so Ethan is angry and he's frustrated and disappointed in Mariah, and he's gonna talk to Mariah when he cools down. You know, because he's still upset, even though he's sitting there calmly on the couch.
I was gonna say he seemed pretty calm when.
Yeah, and then Nathan gets home and Ethan hugs him. And like, he's so hot under the collar, though, he needs to cool down.
He's not mad at Nathan. He's not mad at
And he said, Nathan said that Mariah didn't tell him she was leaving. She just started packing.
Why does she have to tell him?
Exactly. He's just a roommate.
Yeah, just your sister-in-law's brother.
Right? And Ethan really, in my opinion, only cared about the fact that she did not pay that last month of rent for September of last year. That was the only thing he cared about. And I'm like, you really are becoming Olivia 2.0.
But here's the thing. Didn't they, at that one dinner all those seasons ago, Mariah's like, well, I'm going to move to Tampa.
Right? They moved with her.
Yeah, and they actually invited themselves to move with her to Tampa.
Right, and so they were all like, we can move together and live together, save money.
So
that was all Olivia and Nathan.
Yeah. So, I mean, they basically invaded Mariah's plans.
Right. Invited themselves along.
Exactly.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's not like they were like, hey, Mariah, come down with us. No. Mariah basically invited them.
Yeah.
Or didn't even invite them.
They invited themselves along.
They took her for granted.
And of course, Ethan says he feels caught in the middle between Olivia and his family, and he's tired of all the nonsense, and he just can't stand it. And I'm like, dude, this has been going on your entire fucking marriage. Why are you've been between Olivia and your family the whole time. You know, it's like, did you just figure that out?
He was going to punch his dad in the face for Olivia.
It looked that way, didn't it?
Oh, if there were cameras there, I'm sure it would have happened.
I think Barry would have been very different had the cameras been off. I think he would have been more aggressive.
I think so too. Yeah, I agree.
And so now we know Ethan and Olivia are moving to Minnesota, and they said they're going to live in 3 places in 3 years. But he wants to spend some time with his grandparents. But he's got to finish his Plymouth and his Chevy before they move. So he's going to live in Cairo so we can finish them. And Olivia will stay in Florida. And then Ethan and Nathan go off on their little motorcycle ride.
A marriage.
Right?
This is so weird, man. This is sort of weird marriage. I just don't understand.
And then we have Mike and Mariah visiting home. And so they're visiting, and they're at the big house, and Barry's there. And he says, apparently they asked him to be here as well. More passive aggressiveness, anyone?
Yeah.
With your breakfast? And then so Micah apologizes to Barry and Kim for his anger as a teen. Partly was him, figuring out who he is, and part of it was he was influenced, that he realizes now. He said he looked at his upbringing as horrible. And Olivia introduced them to other things when they were younger, and that framed it as this is better, shame on your parents, all that kind of stuff. And it influenced him and Mariah.
Yeah.
And he told him he's thankful for a lot of the ways he was raised. And Olivia always hated it and always talked crap. Ethan lost his confidence when he, quote, absorbed all that. And Barry said, that's called brainwashing.
Yep. I think we've been saying that forever.
Yeah, I've been quoting that pretty much since the first episode. Barry says that's what happened to him. And they're all like, brainwashing? What? And Mariah says, Olivia had said a bunch of things about her parents for years, and it's only gotten worse. Lies are being told. And the thing with the credit card, they told the story to validate her big emotions. But Mariah had spent years telling Olivia her feelings and everything is valid.
Yes.
And then Kim said to the kids that them standing up for her made her cry. And it made her feel so good for that someone was sticking up for her. And she thanked them for that. And she said she's tired of constantly defending herself against things that Ethan and Olivia say about her.
And I don't understand Ethan's, again, the whole Ethan thing. Okay, I don't understand any of this.
Completely and totally fucking pussy whipped, let's be real.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it. We've been talking about the chopsticks for a while. I mean, he's just straight up pussy whipped.
No, I agree. And it just baffles me. It just shows how young he really is mentally.
Yeah, and Barry said that obviously with Olivia, it's either my way or the highway. And Mariah was like, yep. And then Micah said, a friend is supposed to be a friend, and that should be unconditional. I don't know about unconditional. Like, you gonna murder somebody or like sexually assault somebody or be a pedophile or beat your wife or your dog.
I was thinking any of that.
But I'm just saying there nothing. I don't think you should ever say unconditionally about certain things because there are conditions. Let's be real. We've all got conditions. And then Olivia is now home and she found out that Mariah moved out and none of the kids will talk to her.
Oh, yay, Olivia's home, yay.
She said she feels, quote, very taken aback. I'm like, that's a weird way to say it. And you'll know by now that words matter and the way you choose to use them matter, whether it's consciously or subconsciously.
Yeah.
Feeling very taken aback. That doesn't seem like she gives a shit very much.
No.
I get taken aback whenever there's traffic in town and I have to take a different way to get where I want to go. Not having any of these children that supposedly you love not talk to you, that's more than taken aback, I would think.
I just don't understand Ethan's
mental state. Yeah, you never have. That's because you're not...
I'm not talking about Olivia. I'm talking about with his siblings.
What do you mean?
He said that he loves them, he wants to be with them, but then, he takes Olivia's side over everything over his siblings.
I think it's just the principle of the matter that he's, opposed to. Like, oh, you can't see the kids unless you've got a decent relationship with us. At least you can't see them privately. We want to be able to make sure that you're not talking shit about us to our small children.
You're brainwashing them.
Exactly.
Right. Yep.
So, and now that we know, that was a very legit fear because it really was happening. That was not just Kim being paranoid and mean to Olivia. Olivia was legit doing it.
I think people that stick up for Olivia only watch season 1, episode 1, and then that's it.
I'm telling you, I don't
watch anything else after that.
And then Olivia says that she and Mariah were best friends for years, and now there's no relationship at all. And her feelings are, again, quote, so complex. Okay, great. That tells us everything. Said she's sad and angry. She bent over backwards, but that didn't mean anything. And going no contact is a merry-go-round that everyone jumps on at some point. Which you started, bitch.
Yep.
You are gaslighting. I
just don't know what to say. I have nothing to say here. I don't know.
Right? It's like, it's so frustrating.
I mean, I don't know what to say that we haven't already said.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just, it frustrates me to no end. Like, it's starting to make my eye twitch a little bit. And Olivia is sad and anxious about Ethan living in Cairo for 2.5 months, but he promised to communicate with her while he's gone, and he's going to try to sell one of his motorcycles. And Ethan said last year it seemed like they were making progress with the family, and then the social media post put a nail in that progress. Which post? The one your wife made?
Yeah,
or the one that the rebuttal to it?
the rebuttal. He doesn't see anything before that.
But did you get my point? I'm like, which post are you?
You know what he's talking about. Because if he's still with Olivia, obviously it's against the Sims.
And then he tells Olivia that he's not going to be able to resolve the family issues. He'll probably be too busy to fiddle with it. Really?
What's that mean?
That he's going to be too busy with his cars, going to have time to worry about the family being right there and all their nonsense. Listen, we all know that's not true. Let's be real. No one can live in the same town as someone with 400 people in it.
Yeah.
And, not run into your family who is probably a 12th of the population.
Well, I'm sure he did run into him, but they didn't air it.
Well, yeah,
You know what I mean?
probably.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that was the end of season 5, episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I really want to know if I'm crazy. Does anyone else get as irritated about all this mental and psychological warfare that is going on?
Yeah.
It really, really bothers me. But until next time, you guys, again, thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of us. If you would please, give us a like or even subscribe because it's free.
Free.
We would so very much appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, please wear your seatbelt.
Subscribe.
Please use your turn signal.
Subscribe.
Please spay and neuter your pet.
Subscribe.
And please be kind.
Until
Until
next time.
Bye.